So I've done these Star Wars ears. If you want to know how to make them, keep watching. I bought these ears a few years back and they're meant to be Princess Leia inspired ears. I've never used them because, quite frankly, could you tell that this is Princess Leia? Probably not. But this year I'm going to Disneyland, California, and I wanted to use these ears for a Princess Leia Star Wars type look. So I thought, how do I jazz them up? And I bought patches. So originally I thought if I iron them on, they might work. I have a feeling that the ironing might not work on it because it might just melt the sequins. Now looking at it, I think it would be fine, but I don't want them to fall off or for something to happen to the ears. And these were custom ears that I asked a Etsy seller to make for me, which I probably should have asked. My dog just prancing around in the background. I probably should have just asked her to put some kind of Star Wars stuff on it. I didn't. I think I was trying to save money on them initially, and I never ended up using them, and I regret it. But I bought, because they're all Princess Leia, I bought on eBay, all these were eBay, a rebel symbol, which is pink, because I wanted it to be as girly as possible for me, personally. Little Ewoks, R2-D2, and some silver stars. I did initially buy a Star Wars logo, which was in silver, but the seller either didn't send it to me or it got lost in the mail somewhere. So I had to brainstorm, and I had already bought the Ewoks and they're already just that bit too big. So I'm gonna cut one of the Ewoks off and we'll use them on the back of the ears. As much as Google is helpful, it doesn't really help you when you've got sequin material and iron-on patches, because they don't generally recommend you put iron-on patches to sequin material, which is quite understandable because everything might get warped. And it says if you're going to glue them, it says E6000. I don't know if we can even get E6000 in the UK. So I have super glue. They recommend Gorilla super glue, but again, I don't have that in my household. So super glue is going to work, and they recommend you peel off the backing of the iron-on patches. I've attempted that before filming. That is not happening. So we're just gonna glue them on as is, and we'll end up mapping this out properly as to where I want the patches to be. And I already have a feeling I sort of know. And then I'm gonna put the stars around them where I can, if I can, because I thought these patches were going to be a lot smaller, like these ones were going to be a lot smaller than they originally were. I'm sure they probably had the size of them on there and I probably didn't see it or just didn't think to look, but they're there now. So I think that's what I want done for the front. This is kind of what I want for the front. One in the center, that could be cute. I didn't even think about that. And then I kind of center R2 a bit more. Let's do the scary part and start gluing. It worked. And I feel like if I just glue it kind of around the edges, like spread the glue there, and then do like a bigger piece in the middle, it should hopefully work. Oh, I'm getting stuck to it. I was going to make TikToks along the way of this. So some kind of trendy sound. I don't think that's happening, because I'd have to get up every time I stick them down. And and that's just not, oh no, I'm being stuck. It's not feasible in this situation. So. You guys can't even see. I don't have an overhead camera. But this is the progress so far. This is how we've been looking at. I'm stuck. Ow. Yeah, I might do the bow one next. It's looking real cute. Okay, I don't think glue works on this type of fabric. At least I didn't ruin it. It doesn't look like I've put glue on it, so that's good. I'll glue that one on there and we'll figure it out. We might want to put more stars on the side of the Ewok side. So let's re-glue, because this little guy is going to be on his own. He's going to get cut off and he's going to be on his own on one of them. So he'll probably need more stars anyway. I probably should have put music on and then just muted it. I can't be bothered to edit all of that. Here's the progress so far. Looking real cute. It's actually looking at Star Wars ears. And again, this is not anything towards the woman who made these ears. It was just me not wanting to shell out potentially for more, because they weren't cheap already enough to be custom ears, and that's because they're custom. But I wanted special Leia ears, and now here I am making them myself. Which, fair enough, is literally part of a degree that I have. I've got a creative degree, so I should be able to do all this. Just clear some of these edges because it's a bit scraggly. Alright, we're going to put a star there, and then 2 little stars. Here is the back layout. I'm going to do the little guy first. The only fear I have with gluing on the back of the ears is that I won't notice when they fall. Just checking that the stars will actually fit. Yes, they'll still fit. Again, I'm just gluing like a little bit towards the edge of the patch, and then just adding a little dollop in the center. I'm going to Oogie Boogie Bash, and we initially thought of, oh, let's do an Ewok and Luke Skywalker costume, but then I thought, I know that it's September, but I heard California still gets hot. I've never been to California before. I've only ever been to Florida, and I heard it's still quite warm. I know it'll be evening, but I think I initially said I wanted to wear like a vest, a skirt, and like fluffy arm warmers and leg warmers. That to like give the Ewok vibe, and then have a hood, which I think it will be too hot. So we've gone with Perry the Platypus and Dr. Doofenshmirtz, which I think is equally as cute, which I think is a lot easier. I bought name badges so that if someone doesn't know who we are, which I'm sure they will, can look at the name badges. I've got an Agent P for me, it's in gold. It says Agent P Spy. To Doofenshmirtz says Heinz Doofenshmirtz, CEO/evil genius, Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. I just think it's quite cute, just in general. But the plan is to buy a bluey greeny dress, a fedora, and like a orangey coloured belt. Then my boyfriend, he's got another easy one as well. It's just like a white overshirt, a black t-shirt, and it's like either an anomaly, but Dr. Doofenshmirtz in some episodes has grey bottoms and some green. I don't know whether that's ever pointed out, but in some pictures as well, because my boyfriend thought it was green, but I thought it was grey. And I've been rewatching Phineas and Ferb just as the background noise, and also just because it's Phineas and Ferb. It was a very great show. Well, it is actually, it's still going. And also wanted to look out for like costume idea related things, because I also suggested Phineas and Isabella, but I thought that would be a bit more niche, and I'm blonde and I don't want to find a black wig. Here's progress of the back. Final one. I got glue all on my fingertips. It's like that numb feeling. It's probably not a good feeling. I have two very hot dogs, not knowing what to do with themselves. But huskies, it's even worse. We're on our third heat wave now. And the poor babies don't know what to do. They have pools. Did think about getting like cooling pads, but they just wouldn't lay on them. And then they go and sunbathe. I'm done now. Here is the front all completed. And here is the back all completed. I'm very happy with them. I'm going to be making more DIYs for this California trip, so stay tuned for all of them.